guys, and welcome back to the channel. And I have to say, winter's still here, isn't it? It is bloody freezing out there. It really is. Oh my lord. Anyway, welcome to week 6 of marathon training. So, how has this week gone? Tell you what, before we actually start rabbiting on, and Tuesday, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Well, as you can see, we are back in the garage. Never mind, but it has been quite a day at work. Outside, it's raining, it's thick with fog, so I was going to move the session, to be honest with you. Tonight we have got 1k on, 200 metre jog, 3 times 2k with 200 jog in between, and 1k on, 200 metre jog. That's the session I'm doing tonight, but I could barely see where I'm going out there. I know you guys are probably going, oh my god, he's back on there again. But like I said, it's been quite a day at work. I want to really decompress. I was going to move the session, so I thought, do you know what? I'm going to jump on the treadmill, get the session done, and get some music on, and just crack on with it. I shall see you later on. There we go. Woo! That was hard. Absolutely pouring with sweat, but got it done, and I got it into round about the pacing I wanted to tonight as well. I'll put all the stats and all that on screen for you, but the 1k I want around about that 6-minute mile mark, around about that. The 2ks I try to aim from around about 6:15 to 6:20 minute miling. So I was working. So 1k on, and then 3 times 2k, 1k on, 10-minute cool down. We are done. I'm absolutely pouring with sweat. I'm going to go back inside, have a shower and grab some tea. That's Tuesday done. I'll see you later on in the week. So as you just saw there, Monday was my usual easy hour. Tuesday I stayed inside on the treadmill for my Tuesday workout, which was, as I just said, 1k on, 200 meters off, 3 times 2k, 200 meters off, and then 1k on. But that night, oh dear me, I remember it very well. It was pretty bleak out there. It was very foggy. It was really pouring with rain. And to be honest with you, I did have a pretty shit day at work. So I was pretty pleased with myself by the end of the day that I actually stuck to the plan and jumped on the treadmill and got the session done, because I was so close to switching it around. But anyway, I'm going to take you now into Wednesday, and we'll see what happened on Wednesday's run. Catch you in a bit. Good evening, guys. It is Wednesday evening, as you can see, and we are off out for our easy run. Now, what do we have planned tonight? Well, tonight we have planned, you know this by now, it's an easy hour's worth of running. So, key factor tonight, as with every other easy running program, easy, nice and easy miles. As you saw yesterday, we got the session done. I actually felt quite good, to be fair. I nearly very nearly changed the session because I wasn't feeling it yesterday, but no, I stuck to the plan and got it done. I have to admit, through a, well, not necessarily a winter training program, but through any training program, but especially this time of year when you're feeling a little bit demotivated. I mean, we all do sometimes. You know, it's dark, it's the weather's been bloody gloomy. I think it's rained virtually nearly every single day so far, but just like filming in the bloody dark, challenging, eh? Sake. But don't let this stop us. Oh, right. Oh, blind. But like I say, I mean, motivational key things to remember, especially like this time of year. A lot of people will be barring marathon training blocks. I mean, like me, 5 runs out of my 6 are done in the dark when I come home from work. But as you can see, I mean, keeping myself motivated, I always try and remember, well, very slippery path in a minute, very muddy, as you can hear. It is very sodden down here. Yeah, I always try and remember why I'm doing this. You know, I'm doing this for a purpose. It's a time at the Milton Keynes Marathon. Putting myself through this because I want to achieve that time. I want to achieve a specific goal. So that's always in the forefront of my mind. So it's putting the effort in now and hopefully reaping the rewards come the springtime. But like I say, don't get me wrong, it's not been easy. I mean, Jesus. But it's not been easy. I mean, there's been a couple of times in this training block where I've felt pretty demotivated, where I've had a really busy day at work, and I'm like, once I move the session, or you come down with an illness. But what I'm trying to say is, don't be too rigid with your training. Don't think, I've got to stick to that. That is that for the day. Because training can be adjusted. You know, yesterday I thought to myself, after a busy day, I was going to switch the session I had to today. But I'll give myself a good kick up the backside. I was like, no, let's get on with it. And I got it done, and I was happy with the results. It's a mindset sometimes. It really is a mindset. So today, now I've got the easy run. But come on, let's crack on with this run, and I'll catch you in a bit. I mean, you might have other ways of actually keeping yourself motivated throughout the winter. I mean, you could actually, now I do this, could reinvest in some new running shoes. Check out your running shoes, see how worn they are, reinvest in some new ones. I mean, I do this quite a bit. Or book yourself into be a seagull race, because if you're in a marathon, and that's obviously going to be your A goal, get some bee and seagull races booked in. It's like on the 22nd of February, I've got the Bedford half marathon booked in, which is coming up in a couple of Sundays' time. And mid-March, I've got the Twin Lakes 20. So these are all little goals leading up to my main goal. There we go. 1 hour, 1 hour's worth of running done and dusted. About 6.8 miles tonight, so kept it nice and easy, very, very comfortable, well within that easy slash recovery zone. It was a little bit more hilly tonight, so I did have some nice elevation in there. But yeah, that was fine. That was absolutely fine. So another one ticked off and another one in the bag. Right, I am going to go home now because I'm bloody starving. When I came back on the estate, all I could smell was people's teas, like curries and all. I was like, oh, that smells so good. So I'm going to go home, get showered and grab some tea. I'll throw back to the other me in the garage. Cheers for now. Well, that was Wednesday's run, and again, it was nothing too special. It was an hour's easy. But again, as I talked about on the run, we got chatting about staying motivated through the winter, because I know a lot of you guys are probably out there doing the same thing I'm kind of doing. Really, you're out there in marathon training. It's dark, it's cold, it's pretty bleak out there. But yeah, it's really difficult to stay motivated. I mean, things like I've mentioned to you, things to actually keep yourself motivated for. I mean, I tend to check in with some of my YouTubers and see what they're up to. It kind of gives you a little bit of a bit of a boost, but it feels good knowing that other people are actually out there doing kind of the same thing that you're doing. I also like to enter a few races, like I mentioned before. I've got my A goal race set for May, which is a marathon, but making sure you actually make the training fun along the way, like entering a B and C goal race. But also, like I say, changing your training up a little bit. Don't be frightened of being so rigid in your training and thinking, like I did on Tuesday, thinking, oh, that's it, I've got a session to do and that's that. If you're not feeling it on the day, there is no harm in actually switching the sessions around or juggling things around during the week. You know, you've really got to play with your training, see how your body's feeling, see how you might. Don't get me wrong, I'm not turning around and saying don't do the training, thinking, oh, that's it, I'm just going to sack it off and just sit on the TV and eat cake. As tempting as that sounds, but no, what I mean is, if your body's not really feeling it for the session today, don't be frightened of just switching it and moving it to the next day and having an easy day. I mean, I like to stay motivated. Well, I'm actually reading a book at the moment. I'm actually reading, I got a book for my birthday. My partner got me it. It's Ron Hill's autobiography. Now, Ron Hill for me is probably my biggest inspiration in running. For me, he's like the ultimate marathon runner, British marathon runner, that is. You know, he's a big idol of mine, and I just admire his training so much, and he's probably one of my biggest reasons I got into running. So I'm reading his autobiography at the moment, part 1 that is, and it keeps me motivated. It really does. Reading about someone's training methods and how he got out in the bleak winters. But anyway, Thursday was my rest day, which normally is. So we're going to switch forward now to Friday, which is long run day. So let's see how the long run's gone, and I'll catch up with you after the long run. See you in a bit. Right, it's Friday, it's long run day. So what are we doing? I've literally just got changed, going to head out the door, and we have got 14 miles today, but there's more marathon pace work. So we are literally doing 1 mile on, 1 mile off. So there's going to be 7 miles of marathon pace work and obviously 1 mile easy in between. So it's basically my reps of 14 miles worth. I've got a route planned. Hopefully it'll work. But I'm going to head out to Barkston, which is a local little village near me. It's going to take about 4 miles to get there. So one of the first marathon pace miles is going to start on a little bit of a climb. But as soon as I get to Barkston, I've got this straight, which I'm going to go out and back on each time. It's bloody cold out there again. I'm not kidding you. As you can see, I'm going to get some gloves on. But I am in shorts, but I've got 2 layers on. This blue layer on, as you can see, this is like a insulated thermal layer. But I got out of the car after dropping my little boy off at school, and it said 2 degrees. It's freezing out there. It really is cold. I mean, I'm keeping myself in shorts, and I've got the old Puma DV8 Nitro Elite 3s on. So, because I know there is going to be work in this, and I'll try and hit this marathon pace as best as I can today, given the temperatures. There's going to be a couple of times also where there's going to be a few road crossings as well. So, not that I'm making excuses, but anyway, let's get these gloves on and let's crack on with this run. I'll see you out there. There we go. 2 miles in, and that marathon pace mile, I think it was around about 6:35. Actually 5-minute mile in. So now then, mile easy, and on with the next one. Warmed up a bit more now. As you can see, sleeves are rolled up, but that wind is definitely still bitey. But we're getting out and we've got to get it done, you know, just because the weather's bad. I mean, it is pretty bleak. I mean, you just don't know how to, well, as runners, you just don't know how to fucking dress for the occasion, do you really? I mean, 1 minute you think spring is coming, then you get a sudden reminder, hang on a minute, it's still winter, you numpty. That is three marathon pace miles done, and the last one was 6:25 or something like that. But feeling good, yeah, feeling very good, nice and strong, keeping it, like I said before, comfortably working. So, yep, we're in actually mile 6 at the moment, so keeping these easy miles nice and relaxed, conversational pace. So come on, let's crack on. Whew. Okay, that's 10 miles in the bag and 5 of them at marathon pace. So 1 mile easy, then we've got 2 more miles at marathon pace. Whew. I'll tell you something though, that wind, God, that wind is so cold. You just don't know how to dress, because I've taken my hat off because I feel like I'm overheating every time I'm doing the work. But when I go in the headwinds, I feel like I've got bloody brain freeze. Anyway, it should be in one direction all the way back home now. So this mile easy, 1 marathon pace, mile easy, and another at marathon pace. Come on, let's crack on. 12 miles in the bag. Come on then. 1 last mile easy.
Then got 1 more mile. I'll just come on the way back. You might be able to see behind me Belton House. Just here. Yeah, I've come through Belton House grounds on the way back. Only because on the way out there was a lot of roadworks on the first couple of miles. It was quite muddy, and you know, there was with the roadworks as well, there's a 4-way traffic light scheme, and I had to stop and wait for a little while. So I'm going to come through this way and go back in to Grantham. So yeah, 2 miles left. Last mile. Let's go. Finish strong. Finish strong. We're done. We are done. 14 miles, 7 at marathon pace, and 7 easy. As you can see, it's starting to pour down now. I'm going to stick my hat back on in a minute, but I've got I finished in my local park, which is across the road from where I live, but I've got about a mile or so walk back home, but that's not too bad. So yeah, Friday long run done, and that is another one ticked off in the bag. So what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to throw you back to the other me in the garage, and I'll let him wrap up week 6. See you back there. So there we go, guys. The long run in the bag, all done and dusted. And like I said at the beginning of this video, it was absolutely freezing out there. It's strange, isn't it? 1 minute the temperature's like 10 degrees, and just like today, the next minute it's like 1 degree. I mean, that wind on the long run, it was so cold. I did like an out and back. As you saw, it was an out and back. I went all the way down to Barkston, near where I live. It's like 4 miles. Then there was a stretch of road which I kind of, I won't say a looped, but it's like an L shape. But it was pretty quiet, so I kept along there, and I did like 4 sections, as in like 4 marathon pace miles along there. And then I got to about mile 10, so I thought, okay, I need to get home now, so I've got 4 miles left. So the last 4 was really on the way home, so yeah, I'm happy with those. I'll put all the splits on the screen for you, around about here, for you to have a look at what I did on my long run. It went really well. I managed to hit paces pretty well, and I felt, I would say, comfortable. Yeah, I gotta say comfortably working. I always like to use marathon paces like I was comfortably working. I wasn't blowing or nothing like that, so the fitness is getting there, and it's feeling good. The marathon pace is feeling good at the moment, so we've got a long way to go yet. I understand that, but yeah, that is pretty much nearly week 6 wrapped up. And so let me just double check what I've actually got this weekend. Right, let's have a little look. Bear with me 1 minute. Now, I have got left
Okay, I got a 45 minutes easy run on the Saturday, and on the Sunday I've got 15 minutes warm up, 40 minutes tempo, and 10 minutes cool down. So tempo session again, same as last week on Sunday, and that will be week 6 all wrapped up. But again, as I said previous videos, by the time I've done editing this, it will be out there. The weekend will have been done, and the runs would have been done. So weekend's run, I'm going to appear on the screen right for you here and for you here. So there we go, runs all complete, and week 6 is in the bag. It's magic really, isn't it? But yeah, that is another one ticked off. These weeks are just really rolling by very, very quickly now. But the fitness it's there, I can feel it. So next week, week 7, and it's kind of a mini taper week, because on the 22nd of February, I've actually got the Bedford half marathon, my first proper race of the year. I know I did the New Year's Day park run, well, that's park run, but this is going to be my first proper test of the year. And also next week, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, me and the family are away in Devon. We're just going to have just a bit of a little mini break just to see the mother-in-law. So obviously I'll be taking you on my travels as well. So a couple of the runs, probably Tuesdays and Wednesdays, will be done down Devon. So I can continue on training down there. That's not a problem. But yeah. But that is week 6 wrapped up in the bag. So I'm not going to stand here and waffle on in a freezing cold garage. I'm going to let you get on with your day. But I will say though is, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, and if you don't mind, comment down below if you're enjoying the content, and let me know how your training is going. And I shall see you guys next week. Bye for now.